So today I'm going to explain how to properly train employees on customer service. One example that employees may run into when working at a gym is memberships. Memberships are a very complicated thing to learn and make sure you do correctly, and people tend to want to cancel their memberships, but they don't cancel it correctly, so then they get charged the next month. And this can be very frustrating for some people because they're losing their hard-earned money, and they just might come at the employee with a little bit of hostility, and it's the employee's job to calm them down. So now I'm going to talk about how to properly do that. So proper communication consists of nonverbal and verbal cues. Nonverbal cues meaning making sure they're not making facial expressions, making sure they're smiling, that they're nodding and understanding what the customer's saying, and make sure they have good eye contact. Because if the customer sees that you don't have good eye contact with them, then they're going to think that you're not paying attention to them. So you need to completely listen to their problem and say yes ma'am, no sir, yes sir, no sir, all that stuff. And then you need to be active talking, like yes I understand, and be polite. Being rude is only going to make the customer more upset. Also ask questions. If you don't understand what they're talking about, you can ask them to explain further, or just to clarify any questions that you have. Now I'm going to talk about active listening. Active listening is very important. When a customer comes up to you, you need to stop talking. You need to make sure you restate their problem. So saying, okay, so you're having a problem canceling your membership. And then ask questions if you're unsure. Do not make assumptions. So don't say, okay, well, did you do this? Or I'm sure you did that wrong. Don't get distracted. So if another employee wants to talk to you, just ignore them until you're done with your customer. Watch for the customer's nonverbal cues. So if they just have their arms crossed and they just look completely upset, maybe try harder to make them feel better. And do not interrupt. As long as you're nodding and understanding what they're saying, don't interrupt until they're done talking. And if you have questions, then you can ask them once they're finished. Next is power talk. So this means having a positive attitude and being careful with your choice of words. You don't want to say words that are going to make the customer feel worse about their situation. So, and refer to it as a situation, not a problem, because it's not their problem. It's our fault for making them upset. You can say, I can help you buy, rather than you'll have to ask. So saying you'll have to go ask the manager, being like, I can help you by going and getting my manager. And then I understand that you are upset about the situation, not I disagree with why you're upset. Or I would be happy to, rather than, okay, I guess I will. Like, making sure that your choice of words is correct is very important in making sure the customer is happy. And if you do all of these steps correctly, you'll have a win-win situation. You'll be left happy, the customer will be left happy, and it's going to make the situation 100 times easier. Always make sure to apologize for the inconvenience at the end and really all the way through the process. Make sure you're always paying attention to their problems. It'll allow you to help them better if you know what's happening. And yeah, so this is how you make sure that your customer is happy when they have an issue.